The world just lost 5 legends in 3 days. Hollywood cannot catch a breath right now. In just the last 3 days, the entertainment world said goodbye to 5 people, and every single name on this list is going to hit you hard. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video for more updates. And mention your city name from where you're watching video. Start with number 5. Willie. He passed away on February 21st, 2026. At the age of 75, his family announced the news in a statement shared on his official Facebook page. The cause of death has not been officially confirmed. Now, Willie was not an actor in the traditional sense. He worked alongside the legendary Hector Lavoe and recorded some of the most important salsa albums in history. Songs like Aguanale and El Malo became anthems for an entire community. He was not just a musician, he was a cultural ambassador, an activist, and a voice for the Latino community across decades of American music history. He was 75 years old. He was a giant, and the Latin music world lost one of its founding pillars on February 21st. Number 4. Robert Carradine. He passed away on February 23, 2026, at the age of 71, and the cause of death on this one is the most important part of the story because his family chose to be completely open about it in order to help others. Robert Carradine died by suicide. If you are fighting your own darkness right now, please reach out to someone, because Robert Carradine deserved more time. And so do you. His family released a statement saying he had fought a nearly 2-decade battle with bipolar disorder. They said, in a world that can feel so dark, Robert Carradine came from one of Hollywood's most legendary families. His father was the great John Carradine. His brothers were David and Keith Carradine, both celebrated actors. But Robert made his own name completely. In 1984, he played Louis Skolnick in Revenge of the Nerds, the lovable, nerdy, brilliant kid who stood up to bullies and won. That film became one of the biggest cult classics of the 1980s and gave a voice to every single person who ever felt like an outsider. Then years later, a whole new generation fell in love with him as the warm and funny dad on Disney Channel's Lizzie McGuire. Number 3. Robert Duvall. He passed away on February 15th, 2026. At the age of 95, the cause of death was natural causes. He was 95 years old, and he passed peacefully at his home in Middleburg, Virginia, surrounded by his wife and the people who loved him. His wife, Luciana, released a heartfelt statement saying, "Yesterday, we said goodbye to my beloved husband, cherished friend, and one of the greatest actors of our time." Bob passed away peacefully at home, surrounded by love and comfort. And she was not wrong about a single word of that. Robert Duvall's career spanned 7 full decades, from 1962 all the way to his final years. He played Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird in 1962, a small, mysterious role that immediately told Hollywood this man was something completely different. He played Tom Hagen, the quiet, powerful family lawyer in The Godfather in 1972 and The Godfather Part 2. That performance earned him his first Academy Award nomination. He played Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore in Apocalypse. Now, in 1979, the unforgettable military officer who loves the smell of napalm in the morning, a line that the whole world still quotes to this day. And then, in 1983, he won the Academy Award for Best Actor for Tender Mercies, playing a broken, washed-up country singer who finds redemption through faith and love. He was nominated for an Oscar 7 times in total. 7 nominations across 7 full decades. He won 4 Golden Globes. He won 2 Emmy Awards for the Western miniseries Broken Trail in 2006. He worked with Francis Ford Coppola, Michael Mann, and every great director of his era. He stood opposite Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Tom Cruise. Critics called him the American Olivier, the greatest compliment you can give any actor. He was 95 years old. He died at home. He died in peace. And Hollywood will simply never see anyone like him again. Number 2. Dane. He passed away on February 19, 2026, at just 53 years old. The cause of death was a LS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. He had publicly announced his diagnosis in April 2025, just 10 months before he died. 10 months. ALS is one of the most brutal diseases that exists on this planet. It destroys your ability to move, your hands, your arms, your legs. Your ability to breathe while keeping your mind completely clear the entire time. You feel everything. You know everything happening to your body, and there is nothing you can do to stop it. Dane first noticed weakness in his right hand in late 2023. He blamed texting too much. But when it would not go away after months, he saw specialist after specialist. After 9 long months of searching for answers, the word ALS was finally said out loud. He went public almost immediately, traveling to Washington, D.C. with advocacy group IMLS to fight for research funding and push for legislation that could help others living with the disease. In his final interviews, he talked about his 2 daughters at home and said he wanted to see them graduate and get married someday. He never got that chance. His family said after his passing that his illness progressed far more quickly than anyone could have imagined. Fans across the entire world knew him as Dr. Mark Sloan, McSteamy, on Grey's Anatomy, the charming magnetic surgeon who became one of the most loved characters on that show across 9 seasons. He also played the ruthless Cal Jacobs in Euphoria, a cold and terrifying performance that showed a completely different side of his range as an actor. He was 53 years old. He left behind his 2 daughters, Billie and Georgia. He fought 10 brutal months with ALS and used every single one of those months to try to help others facing the same disease. That is the definition of courage. And number 1, James Vanderbeek. He passed away on February 11, 2026, at just 48 years old. The cause of death was stage 3 colorectal cancer, a diagnosis he had shared publicly with the world in November 2024 with remarkable bravery and honesty. He noticed changes in his body and initially blamed his diet. He was in excellent physical shape. He ate healthy food. He had 0 family history of colon cancer. None of that mattered. He went for a colonoscopy and the results stopped him cold. He went through surgery. He went through chemotherapy. He shared every step of that journey openly, not for attention, but to raise awareness and push more men to get checked early, because colorectal cancer is often completely silent until it is too late. He told interviewers in December 2025, just weeks before he died, that cancer was the best thing that ever happened to him, because it made him live more intentionally and love more fully. Those words are almost impossible to read now. In early February 2026, he and his wife Kimberly renewed their wedding vows. Days later, he was gone. Kimberly released a statement saying he met his final days with courage, faith, and grace. A GoFundMe, launched by his family after his passing, raised over $2.6 million to help cover the devastating financial cost of his cancer treatment, which had left the family in serious financial hardship. James Vanderbeek was Dawson Leary, full stop. If you were alive in the late 1990s, Dawson's Creek was part of your life. He played that dreamy, idealistic, creekside teenager with such genuine heart that an entire generation grew up alongside that character and never forgot him. He also appeared in the comedy film Rules of Attraction, had a brilliant self-parody run on Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23, and appeared in Pose in CSI Cyber in more recent years. He was building a second act in his career that had real momentum. He was 48. He left behind his wife and 6 young children. And colorectal cancer took all of it, all of him, before the world was even close to ready to say goodbye. 5 legends, 5 losses. Willie, salsa music pioneer, is gone at 75. Robert Carradine, the face of Revenge of the Nerds, and Lizzie McGuire, gone at 71 after a nearly 2-decade battle with bipolar disorder. Robert Duvall, one of the greatest actors who ever lived, gone peacefully at 95. Dane, McSteamy himself, gone at 53 after 10 brutal months fighting ALS. And James Vanderbeek? Dawson Leary, to an entire generation, gone at just 48 from colorectal cancer. 3 days. 5 legends, and a world that is still trying to process all of it. Comment which name broke your heart the most, and the one role you will never forget them for.